sound coming through?
Oh, it is.
Hey. Best sound check ever.
The best sound check ever. What's it? We need some sound check music. John Thomas Oakes is with us
I
tonight.
don't know. I didn't mind the samba so much there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Welcome to the sound check of the Starving Comics Squad Show. I don't know why I'm going Jamaican, but whatever. We are here.
Sound check.
Sound check. And Anita Renfroe's in the house too.
I am, and all I think about is Beauty Wonder.
This is the sound check for lovers and for friends. Come on out, everybody. We are having a good time tonight. Let me bring you something to drink. It's gonna be one of those shows.
The only problem with doing that is
in here yet?
all of our other sound checks are going to be extra lame compared to this one because this
is true.
Yeah, it's already cooler.
It's already cooler.
That's the thing we did for sound check was the last stab of something on that thing you do, Mr.
Hey Billy,
Something Man. Like
what?
That thing you do. Tom Hanks was in it. Come on, get on board.
Do that thing you do.
No, there was a song by some guy that was on the show is Mr. Something Man.
Oh, Mr. Sandman. Is it Mr.
No,
Sandman?
not Sandman.
Gosh.
Oh,
there
that's
was a song by
that
some guy that was on the show.
Okay. I'm gonna
make it.
later.
I'm gonna make it hard to think of it because I'm gonna start our other theme song here.
Oh, this is more John Thomas Oakes.
Yep, this is JT.
Everyone, grab your maracas and sing along.
Form the conga line.
Come on in, everyone. Now's the time to share the link with your friends and get them in here.
Get in here and dance.
All right, let's see what our comments are.
One of the few, just a few seconds for dancing. There's Kara.
Sounds great.
Kara's
Hi,
right there.
everybody.
There's my mommy.
Hey. What time is it in Australia, Jasmine?
I can tell you that.
7 a.m.?
I think it's Monday morning, yeah.
It is. It's 9 a.m. in Australia.
Oh, that's good.
All right, I'm going to take out
Who?
JT
Me?
and Anita and myself. Have a good show, gentlemen and lady.
Thank you.
Don't tell us what to do.
Mysterious producer.
I didn't.
It's 11 a.m.
It's weird when she says, I'm taking out JT, and we still hear JT.
It's true.
Slow assassin.
Notice how when she took those three people out, we couldn't think of anything else to say.
We need like a rap breakdown for this part. You know?
That's your job.
Okay, next week. Actually, not next week.
Mr. Spontaneous Song. Hey, welcome to SCQS. We're so happy that you... Look at Brian. Look what color... What color is Brian tonight?
I am
fuchsia.
Salmon.
Salmon. I'll go with salmon.
I'm
You can have somebody in the comment section. Let's tell us what color you think Brian April is tonight.
Oh, come on.
He is the color when, remember the old TVs, we could change the tint on the TVs. Tint number 49. It's just a little red.
I'll just go this way.
That's better.
Okay, cool.
That's
Zombie.
Yeah, that's...
Give me a wish, Zombie.
How did you do that? How did you make your black shirt disappear?
Magic.
Never mind. It doesn't matter. So Brian, tell everybody what the big news is for you before we take another.
The big news is I've won the lottery and I'm moving to a private island. No, I'm actually getting my facial paralysis surgery this Thursday. I am super, super excited. I've been trying to get it for many, many years. And thank you to all of you who've helped contribute and share the word and all your prayers and donations. Thank you.
Yay.
Thank you so much. So I'm super excited. So next week I'm going to have a new face. I'm getting
Brian.
Juan's face put on mine. So
if I'm clean shaven, that's what you're going to look like. Yeah,
exactly.
For as much money as you're going to spend on that operation, then that's what you're doing. You're putting Juwan's face on yours.
Well,
Well,
he's
he had
like
to
the
take
most
the
successful
budget.
of the three of us. So
it was a budget. It was a budget problem. He raised money, but not enough to get the Brad Pitt.
that's right.
Not enough to get his own face
Yeah,
prepared.
exactly.
You've got to have somebody else's face put on.
It was
The sad
Juan
part of
DeVivo, Count Chocula, and then Brad Pitt, and I was working towards Count Chocula.
Chocula. The bad part about it is you're going to have to rewrite about 20 minutes of material, aren't you?
Yeah, probably. I'll gladly do that though. I'll just make it past tense, and
Your act is going to suffer.
it's all right. I don't have an act anymore.
Really.
So thank you for everybody though for the well wishes, and I really do appreciate all your help in getting me to do that. And so I'm not sorry for that.
Okay. Well, we are super excited about it. What I hope is that the surgery goes well, obviously, and goes well enough that you can come back on the show next week in some sort of, lesser, with some sort under the influence of heavy narcotics is what I'm hoping for.
Yes.
I will try to make that work because yeah, fingers crossed, everybody.
Oh, painkillers. Where would we be without painkillers? Are you going to have like just
I think that'll be the whole show.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I don't know how it'll be. So, but yeah, it should be fun. I'm excited for it, and that would be great to be on painkillers to come here because then I'll be a little more calm.
Drugged up Brian on the show.
Yep. Absolutely. So definitely, if your friends are not here and they're not subscribed to the channel right now on YouTube, that is more reason to get your friends next week. Drugged Up Brian. Who knows what voice he's going to do? He might do his own voice. It might
I'm
be
not sure we should
new.
call it
Drugged Up Brian. Probably not.
I'm not sure we should actually broadcast Drugged Up Brian, but
yeah, well, heavily medicated.
Well, that's the big news. There's other.
Oh.
All right. Well,
Snape
this
on
week's show,
Oxford.
we have so much to do this week that we're not going to get to all of it again. But we're gonna keep rolling. Thanks for being here, and we're gonna bring out our special guest. Our special guest this week is a person, and also someone who I have known for a long time. And you've seen her if you've been to Women of Faith. If you have watched. There was a YouTube series. You probably shared her video, the Mom Sent Song video. Anyway, help me. Well, you guys know how to do this. You guys know how we welcome guests in this silent internet thing. So start lining up those emojis for the one and only Anita Renfroe. Anita Renfroe.
I love that introduction. I'll tell you why. Our next guest, our special guest, is a person. Long.
Right.
Yes.
Like possibly you've had aliens or animals. Right.
We've had not people. That's
not
for sure.
people. Okay. I was waiting like what was supposed to go in the drink? And maybe he's editing? I don't hear you edit hardly ever, John Branyan. So
We've had puppets and a craphaw. So he sometimes he has to a craphaw.
I don't know what craphaw is.
We have had.
It's like
we've
a
had,
craphaw.
we've had puppets.
We have had puppets. We've had our handmade puppets.
Are they your special guests? Are they the special guests or are they just guests?
That's good.
Well, I don't want to lie to you. We haven't had anybody as special.
All right, thank you. That's fine.
There you go.
Maybe you were reaching for the proper word to denote my specialities.
So we were talking before we went live, and to Anita, who has done how many shows now this year?
I'm up to five since March.
Oh, okay.
But it was dead from March till 5 weeks ago, 6 weeks. How long ago?
It was like a voluntary mandatory sabbatical we had.
Yeah. Yeah, it was material development. Enforced material development.
And then Juan and Anita did a show together. She was with Casting Crowns, and so that's not
true. That's not true. We were together. I wasn't with them. I was on before them.
She had a 3-string guitar. And
I had a cigar box guitar that I was embarrassed to play in front of guitarists. But you know what? For the comedic effect, I will go beyond shame.
The crowd was going nuts. She had a blues thing going. It was cool.
it was a kind of sort of socially distant crowd, but it was a lot of people. They were just not sitting near each other, so you couldn't like an aggregate feeling. So in some ways, it was a little off just because the people weren't near each other, so the laughter didn't really travel.
That kind of it does die. And the thing is,
in pockets. It goes in. Like, I think these 9 people that know each other that came from the same church that aren't afraid of their brand of COVID or enjoying it in their little group and this little group. But you're used to like a certain amount of sound coming back, and it wasn't the same thing. So it didn't matter because the minute I got on stage, I didn't know if I was just going to break out crying from gratitude for there being people in a room, you know. I was like, am I going to cry? Am I going to lose it? Am I going to forget my name or what I'm talking about? I didn't know. It'd been so long. I literally have not been 7 months without doing comedy since I started 20 years ago. Like I've been off 7 weeks, but never 7 months. So it was quite the moment.
It was
and I'm
different.
glad you were here. You were there to witness it.
Yep.
Okay, so here's an inside thing. So can you name the band members of Casting Crowns? And I'll tell you the story after.
This was not my idea, Anita.
Oh
this
my
was something
God.
completely.
If you can't, that's more on me than it is on you.
Okay, I can name your wife because she killed Water from the Well.
Oh,
Is that the name of the scene?
It's just called The Well.
Oh, well, whatever.
It's a
Sorry.
song.
At least I remember that.
Okay. Yeah.
And
Thanks.
I've known Mark longer than he's known me. I think because I knew his parents first.
Wow.
They served at a church in Atlanta, and I did ministry events there before anybody knew who I was, for sure.
Okay, so do you know anybody else? Okay,
no.
So you have named at least 3 more people than I've ever been able to get out of anybody that I've interviewed at our concerts. There's a couple of times I've done a quarantine show from one of our drive-in theater shows, walking around to the cars going, "Hey, do you know the names of the people Casting Crowns?" Are like, "I'm sorry, I'm sorry."
It's just a group.
I was like, "Do I look familiar to you?"
But you know, you'd have to be like John, Ringo, you know.
Oh, you're right. Yeah.
Like it. And there were only 4, right? So you didn't have to know. You guys are legion. There's a lot. There's a gob of you.
We're 2 short of a softball team. So.
Right. So I'm just saying, you guys are. It's too many for the normal.
Yeah. Well, you broke the record though. Nobody was able to top your number that you were able to.
Okay, I'm sorry. I would like to personally apologize to everybody else who's in it, like the drummer with the crazy hair and.
That's it.
No.
Anita,
you do not
don't
have
feel
to
bad
apologize.
because he asked Brian in the band if he could name band members and he couldn't. So
I forgot about that. I was on the bus. The drummer's name is Brian. I go, "Brian, can you name everybody in the band?" He was like,
Nah. No, we've been on the road.
I'm right here, man.
How long have you guys been together? Like going way back to youth camp days.
Like me and Mark and Melody met in '99. So that's how long we've been together.
Wow. Yep. I got a daughter the same age.
All right.
That's a long time.
That's a good tidbit. That's good. Okay. So good. Thank you, Jasmine. I'm glad you know me. That was what was really hurtful. I go, "Do you know me?" Or
only one. I don't.
That was my favorite part.
I want to know to be the president of the fan club if you do know all the names? Like, is that?
I don't even know what the requirements are for the Facebook page.
Okay, all right.
So I think you just like it.
Yeah.
You're good.
Sounds good.
All right. Anita
We lost John.
Renfroe.
Did you have to get the loogie out first? Like, I'm clear, ready to go.
Anita.
Yes, sir.
Anita used to live in Atlanta for many, many years. And then
my house in Atlanta
Right.
many times. But I don't live there anymore, and I didn't give you my new address. So what does that say?
I don't know what to say about that. But while you were living in Atlanta, you acquired many Southern woman characteristics.
Yeah,
correct?
they were legion also, like the members of Casting Crowns.
Like the members of Casting Crowns. So you would consider yourself a Southern woman.
Born and raised in Texas. I graduated high school in Virginia, which technically is the South. If you're going Mason-Dixon line.
Okay.
And then my husband, and I married my husband in Mississippi, very, very deep South. Had 2 of my 3 children in Mississippi, and then went to Atlanta. So I guess I've been doing a Southern tour of sorts by address.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now I'm back in Texas, where I don't think Texas considers themselves the South. They're kind of Southwest.
They're just Texas.
They they don't even consider themselves part of the United States, do they?
We really don't need the rest of you, but we're just here to be nice. We could survive without you.
We are doing, yes, Rachel, we are doing affirm or deny. And
another movie. Excellent.
Yeah, I was just going to say, did you want to do that? All right, so this is, you're going to affirm or deny some things about Southern women that many people have wondered about for a long time.
All
right.
I'm ready.
All right, so here you go.
Feel good.
First question. The genetic makeup of Southern women makes it impossible for them to turn down an offer of peach cobbler. Affirm or deny?
Ooh, I don't know. That's nature versus nurture, isn't it? I don't know that everybody's born with the inability, but we definitely get it as quickly as we acquire it as quickly as possible. Peach cobbler, the only reason to turn it down is if somebody made a really bad batch with cake mix and not dough. A lot of people will dump a cake mix on top of canned peaches and call that cobbler, and that is an affront to God and man. That's called a dump cake.
Aberration.
What is that called?
Dump cake. You don't know about this? A can of peaches, and you dump the cake mix on top, and the liquid from the peaches absorbs into the cake mix, and it's supposed to make what some people think is cobbler, and it's an abomination before the Lord. It has to be just dough.
But it really is called dump cake, or is that just what you called it?
Why don't you ask the internet that is watching you?
I'll just say that has a different meaning. In
Viewers, if you had dump cake.
No, this is not. Yeah, that's
where the dump cake ends up. But
that's where everything ends up. That's where the cobbler ends up too.
Google it, but it's much prettier than that.
Okay, so it sounds like you denied, because you said the question was the genetic makeup makes it impossible, and you seem to indicate that it was
nurture.
It's nurture. It's not nature.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not genetic. It's learned behavior.
All right. So it is possible to turn down cobbler if it's not really cobbler. Is that your story?
It's dump cake. It's dump cake for real. Are you reading the comments?
I am. I'm reading.
I'm sorry that you don't know about dump cake, but lots of women, a lot of Southern women know.
I know, but I'm trying to move on.
Every Southern woman gets sat down at about the age of 10. All right, honey, it's time to learn about dump cake.
Dump cake.
It's time.
I made a dump cake. No,
First of all, if you make it, you're out of the family.
That's right. No, it's so lazy. And okay, I will tell you something that Southern women do that is not really it has to do with cooking. You know how you always have church recipe books? Y'all know about these churches? I mean, historically it's a thing, but I don't know if anybody does it anymore. If the worship leader's wearing skinny jeans, maybe we're not even actually eating anymore, for all I know, in churches. So they used to be like a big thing to rally around and get all the recipes from the people that are good cooks. But Southern church women will submit their recipe, but they will leave out one key ingredient.
Why?
So that yours will never taste as good as theirs.
You're kidding.
No. It's very competitive. It's very competitive. Like, say, for instance, the secret to your chicken salad is a quarter teaspoon of sage. Let's say that's the secret. So they'll give all the other 12 ingredients and withhold the one thing that makes theirs taste spectacular.
From their sisters in Christ.
From their, no. When it comes to cooking, Christ has nothing to do.
There's no sister with pies, John.
No.
Wow.
No.
that was not. That was. I was hoping that this was going to be kind of light and fun, but you brought out the seedy underbelly of Southern.
It's real. Nobody knows, but that's why when you cook it, you had it at your friend's house, and you're like, "Oh, see, somebody else
do the same thing."
Great.
I never knew that, but I'm not surprised.
That is the best dip I've ever had. Oh, you got to give me the recipe. Oh, be sure.
Yeah.
I'll get you the recipe.
There will be one withheld ingredient, and then you'll be like, "It never tastes as good as hers."
I would leave out like the peach.
Yeah.
From the cobbler, I would just give everything else, but like that's the main thing.
It seems like if you're going to go that far, you would. Yeah. How is a peach cobbler good without peaches? That's strange.
That's the recipe.
They're eating Brian's and it's like, this just tastes like dump. I'm not getting.
It's not the cake. Where's the cake part of the dump?
I'm not getting any
You're
peach.
Welcome. You're welcome. I'm revealing. I'm deep into the southern the southern trivia. You're welcome.
That's our show, ladies and gentlemen. We don't need any more information.
If they went that far to leave out ingredients, though, I wonder if they would just add something like
possibly
quarter cup of rubber cement in your pancake mix.
Throw you off.
Like in the Three Stooges. Yeah.
That's
but you would know that, right? I mean, you're reading a recipe and you come to rubber cement and you're going to be like, I'm not sure.
Doesn't seem right.
I'm not sure this is right.
Yeah.
All right. Second question. We're on question number 2. So
I'm sorry.
When you started with food.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
You're asking Southern people questions about food.
That is, we can go on and on and on. Go ahead.
Okay. All right. Second question. Southern women are capable of doing embroidery while unconscious. Affirm or deny?
I personally cannot, and that's probably because I'm from Texas. If you're from Louisiana or Mississippi, possibly. Any kind of needlecraft, yes. I wouldn't. Are you talking about just putting your initials on things? That's a big deal.
That's monogram, right?
Monogram. Are you saying
embroidery?
Or are you saying monogram? Come on, John, get it straight. Which one?
I said embroidery, and you can do monogram with embroidery. I don't think that it's mutually exclusive. I don't.
Well, we will monogram anything that doesn't move. Because I'll tell you why.
The question is while you're unconscious.
Yes, of course. Okay. There are many things you can do unconscious, but I'm not going to talk about that on the show. So, monogramming is important to Southern women because we practice our boyfriend's initials the minute that we get asked out.
Why'd you put boyfriends in air quotes?
Well, because you're never the ones you end up marrying, so I don't even understand why we're doing it. But we are incessantly trying on initials for our monograms, and when we finally get that man, and it's a done deal, oh, for sure, everything's going to get the initials. So I think embroidery is just the means to the end of monogram.
I wonder if do you get like hand towels that you monogram the initials throughout all your relationships and just like cross them off like they're bad tattoos?
No. That's why we practice them on paper because you don't commit anything to stitching. It's a lot of trouble. So I deny that there's an embroidery, but I affirm that they will monogram.
Okay. And you just completely ignored the rest of the question, which is fine.
Oh, under anesthesia or unconscious?
Third question. Third question. Southern mothers emit a force field that prevents daughters from leaving the house with wet hair.
Yes, absolutely. Affirm. Yeah, we have a problem with anything that looks like you don't care. It can apply to not only hair, but attire that seems like maybe you came from a family that's 2 rungs down the social ladder. We did not work this hard for you.
Attire, not
clothes.
Attire, like on a car.
A wheel on a car. No, it's attire. Like, if you're going out and
honey, grab your steel belt radial.
Right.
Go to church
and dry your hair.
Yeah. No, wet hair is the first sign that you're slipping as a society. And no, we will not be standing for that. We got to hold the line for our children to respect people. Respect is a big deal in the South, right?
Wet hair means you showered.
Well, that's a good sign. Now spend the extra minute and a half to run a blow dryer through it. Yeah. I think Southern boys have it better than Southern girls because their hair dries almost immediately. And Southern girls, it takes a while. It's not going to be just a minute.
I didn't know that a mullet dried faster than girls' hair.
In Georgia, yeah, the party part dries out.
John, you're just
there's a joke from 1990 for all of you guys.
On the oldie station.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Fourth question, I think. Southern women keep rifles in their bedrooms.
I do.
Affirm or deny?
Affirm.
That's an affirm.
Well, you never know. Let's be honest. And
well, it's for break-ins and if you see a deer out
or
the window.
Your child tries to exit with wet hair. You gotta have an enforcer.
I like how originally she had like no back. She was like, "Oh yeah," like totally serious. Like, "Yeah, oh yeah, I get loads of them."
For sure. No. I don't have this one. I have a Smith & Wesson that's loaded with a fingerprint on the little thing where no kids can get into it. It has to be me. So you'd have to cut my finger off to get my gun. But
That's an affirm. All right. Second to the last question.
Sorry. One more thing.
Okay.
Out where I live, there are wild hogs. Wild boars, wild Spanish pigs. I don't know what they are. They're really, really large. Okay. And if you see one of those, you're going to need something good size to take it down. It ain't going to be just some buckshot. You're going to need to really kill it dead.
You don't like 4.4 mag.
In your bedroom? You need that in the bedroom?
Yeah.
Going out for mail.
You got to run out if you hear them snorting in the middle of the night. And you don't want to have to go to a different room of the house to retrieve that thing. I'm just saying. I can
going out for mail.
Yep.
Juan goes to the end of the driveway to get his mail. He has to pack a lunch. Have you seen his driveway?
It's a long driveway. Yeah. I can take the 4-wheeler.
The mail?
That's real. Yeah, that's real.
Yeah, to take the garbage out. I've seen him get into
they do that around here.
Family vehicle.
We don't have a trash service. I got to drive it down to a dumpster, the county dumpster.
You believe like 2 days before it's due.
Yeah.
Before it's due.
My only thing went down to the end of the driveway.
He has called me before while he's like, I'm just taking my trash out. He's driving and he's like, I'm just taking the trash out. It's like, where do you have to go? And it's like just in the back seat and he's driving the trash.
It's funny because in my head, I'm like, I got an extra 30 minutes while I take the trash out. I'll just call John.
Next level friendship.
Southerners. All right. Southern women who don't play the piano or banjo are sent away by their families to live among wolves. Affirm or deny?
Well, I'd say possibly in the 1800s, early 1900s. Recently, other skill sets have come into popularity.
Besides the banjo? Come on.
Yeah, banjo. Banjo's not really a girl instrument. Piano for sure.
Well,
But I'd say
Fiddle.
fiddles fits nicely.
how about the milk jug?
Milk jug is,
The moonshine jug with the
Spoons.
once
spoon.
again,
Spoons in the
probably
washboard.
popular at least 100 years ago. But currently, if you can reliably log into the internet and Google search, it makes up for your deficiencies on the banjo.
Okay. All right. Mercifully, we're at the last question.
I can't believe you're not enjoying this, John. What? Go ahead.
Southern women, affirm or deny, have literally killed someone with kindness.
Oh yeah, we never see it happen. It's like the COVID. You just cough on somebody and they get it. You don't know that they died, right? So yes, I'm sure it's happened, but we don't get the satisfaction of viewing it.
But Southern hospitality has directly killed people.
She's disappointed. Yeah.
Yeah, the Bible says heaping coals of fire on their head. I feel like if you had quite enough coal, it would do the job.
Just burn you up.
Right. So I
Burnt up
want
with kindness.
I want to do I want to back up that dump truck, beep beep beep, and heap the coals of fire upon their head in a manner that will cause them to be deceased. Yes.
So that's the motivation for Southern kindness is heaping coals upon people's heads and causing.
It's a different way for homicide, but it works. Sometimes the rifle's not available.
I wonder. Yeah, well, it's supposed to be in your bedroom.
I'm not always in my bedroom.
Right.
That's
So
another misconception about Southern women.
You guys have to register your kindness as a weapon.
There's a 2-day waiting period before you can use the most kind.
Okay. All right. Well, that's affirm and deny with Anita Renfroe, and it went.
Oh, she was
fantastic.
more questions.
I wish there were more questions. Well, that makes one. All right.
All you need.
So now we have another guest. He's becoming a regular on our show, and so we're gonna have Juan and Brian.
Wait. Is that a possibility that you can become a regular? Is that like a thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
In fact, John Thomas is actually more of a regular than I am. He shows up. He's got a better internet connection than me. All right. But before we bring JT out, we're going to have to say goodbye to our Facebook people if there are any. And again, it's not personal, but we hate Facebook. Yeah. With everything, with every fiber of
kill
our
you with kindness.
Yes, we hate it with everything. So this is where we say goodbye to our Facebook people. Go to YouTube and jump on the stream there. It's still going on, but YouTube, we're going to yank you out. Does our producer know how to do that, or do I need to do it again? I can do it. All right, you just have to go up here. And you go up here and you click the Facebook button. And it says, you want to remove that from the broadcast? And I say, I certainly do. And then Facebook disappears and on we go. So now those Facebook people are all gone.
Bye, Facebook.
All right. So Juan and Brian are going to go backstage and we're going to bring JT out. Ladies and gentlemen, line up those icons and put your hands together for Mr. John Thomas Oakes, everybody.
Hey, Anita. How you doing?
JT,
obviously I'm doing really well.
You are. I lined up with everything you were talking about because I was born and raised in Tennessee. So
John Thomas
right on
is also is also a Southern guy, and he has a Southern mama, and
who also omits important ingredients from recipes.
I didn't. That's one thing I didn't know about. I knew all about the church cookbook, but I didn't know that little secret. So it's been kept from me my whole life.
Sure that your mother has participated.
Yeah, I'm sure she has. Yep.
Next time we have Pat in a conversation, we're going to ask her if he's ever fudged a recipe in the church cookbook.
That was hilarious. I'm going to ask every
100%
lady I know. Yeah.
No. They'll never admit it.
Well, that's true. Yeah. You're probably right.
So on top of that, they add another lie. They add deception on top and a lie, and that's
honey.
Yeah, but that doesn't surprise me at all.
All right. A couple of weeks ago, we started a thing for October. I'm bringing Anita up to speed here so she knows what's going on. John Thomas came in and did a story or a song every week for us through the month of October. And it was a little segment that we affectionately called Oakstober. Because get it, his name is John Thomas Oakes. And so we put Oakes in there. We thought that was really clever. So now that it's November, we've got a new segment that we're calling Nokestember.
Oh, I get it.
So, JT, if you would do just maybe a verse. He did a song that was super scary about, and it was called "Stay Away."
Yes.
And it had a whole bunch of things that you're supposed to stay away from.
Yep.
And so you want to do like a verse of that, just to bring everybody up to speed so they know what's going on tonight.
Yeah. Do you want me to do the new one about?
Well, yeah. Well, do not the new one. We'll do the new one after this, but I want you to do the regular one so that people can get
so
an
just
idea.
like the first verse or something.
Yeah, whatever.
Okay. When days are dark and nights are black, the week before November. Tales of dread and deep despair are all you can remember. When shades of red surround the moon and shadows steal the light, if you should meet a sharp-toothed man, don't try to be polite, because he's Dracula. He'll try to bite your neck. He'll hypnotize you, drink your blood, and leave you in a wreck. So stay away from Dracula's castle. You will be killed if you venture inside. Terror awaits you in Dracula's castle, where there is no place to hide. And stay away from Frankenstein's dungeon. You will be killed if you venture inside. Terror awaits you in Frankenstein's dungeon, where there is no place to hide. Frankenstein lives with his bride in a basement, waiting for humans to walk through his door. When he has finished destroying their bodies, they don't look like humans no more. And stay away from Transylvania. You will be killed if you venture inside. Terror awaits you in Transylvania, where there is no place to hide.
All right.
So we're so happy about it.
Yeah.
Woo! Yeah. Transylvania. Woo!
Well, then we had a conversation after the episode, after the show, and we thought, wouldn't it be fun if we wrote more verses, more voices of things that you could stay away, or you should stay away from, because that goes on and talks about zombies and mummies and Cujo and everything else. And so JT you go ahead and tell them what this is about this week.
All right. Well, can I just sing it, because it kind of speaks for itself based on what we just heard from Anita?
Okay.
All right. In every town across the South, they weave their little spells. They captivate and lure you in with smiles and songs and smells. And when they tell you, bless your heart, resist, do not succumb, because underneath that southern charm, they think you're really dumb. They'll serve you biscuits, molasses, pies, and grits. They'll max out your cholesterol with fluffy oven mitts. So stay away from those sweet southern kitchens. You will be killed if you venture inside. Terror awaits in those sweet southern kitchens, where there is no place to hide. And stay away from the ladies' auxiliary. Gals from the South will be waiting inside. They'll take you down with their casserole dishes, where there is no place to hide. Sly southern belles coat their comments with candy. They'll keep their true feelings close to the chest. Next time you see one, just make sure you're wearing a riot-grade bulletproof vest. And stay away from those Baptist church potlucks. You will be killed if you venture inside. Hillbilly Hellcats run Baptist church potlucks where there is no place to hide. Some of them voted for Biden. Where there is no place. Where there is no place.
Bring it home, bring it home.
Where there is no place to hide. No place to hide. Thank you.
Worthy offering, sir.
Fantastic. Yeah, that was great. I knew it would be. That's the first time I've heard it. So, JT, JT texted me today and said, "Are we doing a show tonight?" I've got the Southern Women verse ready to go. So
I'm just so happy it lined up with what Anita talked about. I mean, I was really happy about that.
Holy Spirit will dovetail messages like that. So
it's uncanny how that worked out, isn't it?
We're on the same wavelength here.
I feel you, brother. I feel you.
All right. So can we? Do you want to stick around for the next segment, JT?
Yeah, absolutely.
Can you do that? We can bring Brian and Juan in, and let's see if we can clog up our internet stream and shut everybody down.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. This is the rock trivia thing. If our producer is our producer sharing? Yes. Okay.
Rock
she's ready.
trivia.
All right. When a few weeks ago we did a rock trivia thing, and some of you remember this, and so since Anita now is not living in Georgia anymore, but she's in Texas, and that is we're not sure what that is, but it's Western, right? We can say Western,
right?
And so this is rock trivia that I've retooled to be Western trivia. Okay, so all of these answers are.
I feel the pressure. I feel like I'm not legit Texan if I can't do this. So go ahead. But
all right, so
nobody's gonna do it.
Okay.
Juan, don't be like that. You might do better. All right. So
I feel like my face is larger than everyone else's face. I'm gonna
just back up. Yeah.
Cameras
are weird. Cameras are weird.
Well, no, my face is getting wider. I mean, we discussed this before we went live. Oprah's face has a ridge right here where the edge of her face used to be, but then everything on the other side of that ridge is new growth. I'm just trying to avoid that.
New face.
I don't need any extra new aging growth. Go ahead. Western trivia. Go ahead. All
right, Western trivia. So the other guys know how this works, but basically it's going to be a bunch of pictures. Oh, you'll figure it out. So let's see the first picture.
Oh, I might need to get closer then.
First picture is that center part. That center part is a nose, and first person.
Adam West.
Batman,
there you go. All right, let's put that one over.
Although, if you look at it a certain way, go back. No, go back.
Give me a side eye.
It doesn't not seem like some sort of bondage apparatus. Okay, I don't know.
I was going to say Alice Cooper, but
okay. I was going to say Marilyn Manson, but go ahead.
Yeah.
It is Adam West. All right, well done.
That one was to build confidence.
Is that what this is? Wait, sorry. You're hiding things that are not Western inside things that are Western. Is that the point of it?
It's intriguing, isn't it?
Okay, but I need to see the tiny cowboy hat Batman relaunch.
That's right.
The cowboy hat's just kind of.
It's just on one ear. It's hanging on one ear of the bat ears. Yeah.
I told you it's a Western theme.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay, sorry, I didn't understand what that meant. Go ahead. Okay,
all right.
great.
Next question. Most of these are visuals. There's only one audio.
I see.
Okay. So what is this?
I'm gonna wait. Because I know it already.
Alan Arkin's name on a marquee?
Those of you at home can play as well if you want to fire it off into the.
I'm going to go with Alice Cooper's nose again.
The producer knows the answers to these.
Hey, West's porch.
I got nothing.
You got nothing?
Say it. I
It's
say
the
it.
Branyan Ranch.
No,
Branyan. Western Auto.
it's not a saloon. That's right, Juan. It is
Oh,
Western
yeah.
Auto.
I see the theme now. It's just very on the nose. It's all right.
Western.
I got you.
You got it? Okay.
I feel like I may do better now that I'm just going for
You're
the
going to show us a.
obvious.
I guarantee you're not going to do better. Okay,
All right.
go ahead. Next one. There you go.
Who Mayweather?
Oh, yeah.
Mayweather.
Ryan nailed that one.
They're all,
Mayweather.
they're all
Wow. I feel like this might have been a poster in his studio.
No, that's right. You can flip that one over.
You're bad. You're very bad when you're. What is it? When you're good, you're very good. When you're bad, you're better. What?
Look at the little hat on Mae West. Isn't that adorable?
Yep.
Best part
All
is
right.
I got credit and I didn't say it.
She's
So I'll
little
take it.
Annie Oakley.
Who did say it?
Oh, I totally said it. Yeah,
I said it.
yeah.
Oh, John Thomas said it. That makes more sense.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so John Thomas got that one. All right, next question.
Best Western Hotel.
Yeah, I was going to say Best Western.
I honestly thought you guys were going to struggle with
The
these.
reason I didn't get it right away is because you didn't show the inside where the bed's got stains on it. And
And bed bugs.
the air conditioner's broken.
Yeah.
Yeah. For air conditioning that's got mold on it would have been.
Oh, I'm getting triggered right now.
Yeah, for real.
That is the best Western.
Oh.
All right, next one.
West Virginia.
West Virginia. Crap.
JT,
So fast.
Wow.
the Southern boy is nailing it.
It looks like a frog there.
Kind of does.
Top side. This
That's
is
true.
TP Rorschach.
One arm is slightly narrow,
Beefier?
needs to do a little more work. Yeah.
Yeah. It happens. You do curls on your right arm. Yeah.
He skipped that day.
He's just playing slots, one arm bandits all day. That's why the other arm is just jacked up.
The West Virginia frog's got a gambling problem.
I'll hit the fly jackpot.
Okay, next question.
Westminster.
Cathedral.
It's amazing. I really thought you guys were going to struggle, and I thought you were going to be hating me by the end of this game.
Well, you didn't do the music. I thought you were going to do the music thing where you pitch it down and do a different rhythm. That was hard. This,
this is not
classic
hard.
Gothic
All
architecture.
right, next one. We do have one. We do have one audio thing. Anybody?
Western omelet.
Oh,
I swear, John Thomas, it's actually you're acting like you were here when I put these together.
he's getting producers feeding him the answers.
All right, the next one is an audio clip.
All right, I'm ready.
Whoops.
Audio Daily Double.
All right, here we go.
Oh, that's the Wilhelm scream.
Okay, but why is it Western trivia?
That's when everybody would get shot in the movies. They'd fall from a great height, like falling off the. Oh, is it a specific one?
Well, no, he's right. It is. That's
Ways
the
of
Wilhelm scream.
Shadows?
Do you know why it's called the Wilhelm scream, Brian?
It was from a movie back in the 50s, I want to say.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm guessing it was a Western.
I'm
I'm just going to go out on a limb.
Flip that over.
How the West was won.
And it's from the Charge of Feather River. There we go. Go ahead and hit that. Play that. This was the.
Yeah, I'll just pipe.
They did it again.
I have that exact same scream when I step on a Lego.
Wait a second. Did they all do the same scream?
They did. Now, Brian, go ahead and tell them what it is about the Wilhelm scream.
It's in every Star Wars movie.
Yes, it's in every Star Wars movie. Yeah,
that scream appears in over 400 movies.
Wow.
Because it's part of the library of sound effects, and so now they do it. And when you hear that in a movie, they're paying homage to this Wilhelm scream. But that's where that's where it started. 1950.
So it's public domain.
Well, I guess
it seems like something like that gets used over and over again. It's because they don't have to pay for it.
I think it is because it's in my sound library.
Like you get it for free. Yeah, if you get any kind of sound library, you'll get a Wilhelm scream.
It's almost like when people are recording Christmas songs in the 50s and they're like, this is crap. Nobody's ever going to listen to this. And now it's on every Sirius XM station because nobody has to pay royalties on it.
Right. Right. As long as it's free, we'll listen to it.
Now make a Christmas song with the Wilhelm scream.
The sleigh bells.
We need to collaborate on that, Juan.
Next level.
I think they should do, instead of it just being people dying, should be like if they pull a hamstring, like in a movie. Just
sports movie.
No, on ESPN highlights. Come on.
Yeah. I think that would be great.
If they spill their milk or something.
Yeah.
You know what would be good is a drama, like a really serious drama. And somebody dies from sickness or something, and they're in the bed. Instead of crying, they just go, "Oh!" I can't.
So anyway, the thing is, now that you know about the Wilhelm scream, you cannot not hear it.
Yeah.
From moving forward, you'll hear it
every time.
And every time it's used, you'll hear it, and you'll go, "Oh, that's that."
I feel like this is one of the things that when I'm in an assisted living home at some point in the future, and I can't remember my name, I'll be like, do you know about the Wilhelm scream?
Okay, Mrs. Renfroe, just finish your pudding.
This is not a
Take your pills, Miss Renfroe.
I know, it will be stored. Like, I won't know my name, I won't know my social security number, I won't know my children, but I will be talking about the Wilhelm scream.
There it is again. Wilhelm.
I did not know they all made the same scream though. That is hilarious.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. They all, even the
natives.
Yeah, and it's in like every movie.
Yep.
Even the Care Bears movie, I think.
The Notebook. It's in the Notebook.
The Notebook.
It is in a shocking number of movies, and like I said, now that once you know about it, then you hear it, and it kind of takes you out of the moment.
The movie.
Yeah,
for sure.
Can I ask if they've cleaned the audio up for the sample? Because I don't think the audio in 1953 was so great. Or can you hear the sound change when they drop it in?
Let me pull it up here and see if I can find it.
What the Wilhelm?
Yeah.
JT is being like a good Southern woman and Googling.
Well, he's got it in his library.
You don't get to the wolves if you know how.
It might be in the sound effects library. I was just going to check and see.
Southern Google, it just says scream. They left out Wilhelm.
Maybe did they pay Wilhelm to come back? Maybe said Wilhelm, we need you.
Well, the guy
run. Yeah, just one more take of this, buddy.
The guy whose voice that actually is, and I don't know why I know all this stuff about the Wilhelm scream, but it was actually Sheb Wooley who was the actor.
Oh,
and the first time it appeared. First time it appeared was in a 1951 movie that was called I forget now, but it was a sort of a jungle. It was a jungle movie, and the guy got. I
really need to stop you, John, because I don't know how lonely you've been in the cornfields during COVID. The fact that you know all of this is just wrong.
You know what? You know what, Anita? We all have to know some things.
Well,
you think you're going to be weird in the nursing home? John's going to be saying some weird.
Stay away from Wilhelm screaming. It'll kill you if you outside.
Did I tell you where they get?
Remember the Wilhelm scream, and she'll be. I think that's the Wilhelm scream, and then I'll jump in and go, "It was 1951."
Nope, separate them. They will not stop talking to each other.
And John, this isn't actually a SCQS show. This is actually just an intervention. We all are very worried about you with your facts of the Wilhelm. So we're here and we love you.
Yeah,
love you. We've locked the door. Just give us your phone.
Consider the direction of your life here.
Stop Googling things.
You guys are a little sad that my internet is staying working tonight, aren't you?
Great.
I've got reliable internet. All right, we have another. We're done with the. Oh no, there's a last one. If you guys get this one, I'm going to eat this scusi.
Wow.
Oh, this is. Oh man, this is hard.
Yeah, it is.
Because it looks like Lou Ferrigno there, but his arms are too small.
What do you mean it looks like Lou Ferrigno?
He's got like, the dark
hair, yeah.
Big eyebrows and stuff.
And he's the only one that does, so.
Yeah. You got like, it's black and white.
I like the way you paint it like I'm a weirdo for knowing about the Wilhelm scream, but you throw Lou Ferrigno into a random black and white picture.
We do not want to plunge the depths of the useless knowledge that I have in my brain.
I'm going to say it's the West German men's gymnastics team.
No.
That's a good guess.
Is it Harrison Ford?
No.
No. Okay, that's
Westworld.
That's not a bad guess. It's not Westworld.
That's a wristwatch on his hand.
Yeah.
Well, they do that at the Olympics. Nice. They like to time themselves.
Oh, okay.
I'm happy that there's one that you're not going to get. I was feeling defeated.
Or at least with a little bit of a pause. Yeah. He was spitting them out when they flipped over.
It's
you
not
guys give up?
It's not that John Candy movie, Westward Ho, is it?
No.
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 Okay.
It is. Go ahead and flip it over. It is a westerly wind.
Oh my God. I like
Kings to you, Brennan. Kings to you.
I'm not gonna lie. I almost said something similar to that. I'm not going to lie.
I thought for sure you were gonna put up the compass rose. And just have the direction west on there.
It's westerly. All right. So we have a special commentary from our remote. What do we call him? Our correspondent, our opinion columnist, and so Brian is going to go get him. That's the thing about Brian is we always send him to go and get our opinion columnist, and then he misses the opinion segment of it, which is kind of sad. But while Brian is out and retrieving our friend, we've got one more segment after this, and that is the weird news segment or the lines segment. In which we don't really have time to do both, so we're going to have to pick. Would you rather do weird news or would you rather do the improv lines game?
Ooh.
Should we leave
that
to
the guest? The guest may pick.
I don't know what either of them are, so it
weird
matter.
News is really fun. That should be self-explanatory, right?
I think all the news is weird, so I don't understand how you adjudicate what's weird.
Would you like us to show you how we adjudicate things? Okay.
That wasn't in my recipe book.
Hold on a second, Anita. We'll show you how we adjudicate things on this show.
Improv weird news, somebody said.
Since the beginning of time, there have been highly contested debates with no clear answer. Today, there is one man who can settle all of that. He is Judge Juan.
All right.
I'm scared. I'm scared.
No robe.
Problems one decision at a time.
All right. So on the docket, we have we have to decide whether we're going to do weird news for our final segment or whether we're going to do the improv games lines. And Anita doesn't have an opinion. John Thomas, do you have an opinion?
No, they both sound like fun.
All right, this is going to be highly contested. This will be caught in litigation for years.
So that leaves it up to the pleasure of the court, I guess, doesn't it?
Well, here's the thing. Weird news. We read weird headlines, and they're usually pretty funny.
Mm-hmm.
We haven't done the improv game in a while, which is we act out a scene, and then the producer will put up a line. We'll say, we'll keep acting, and then when they put up a line, that has to be the next line that we work into the scene.
So the audience tells us what the dialogue is for our scene.
Some of it. So does that change anybody's opinion? Okay. This is better than Law and Order.
The responsibility
right here.
Of course, it's a heavy responsibility.
There, Juwan.
Well, you know,
we're killing time waiting for our opinion column.
I would just like to say that at the end of my life, when they're like, no, you got like 4 minutes to live. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna ask for this time back on the clock. That's all I'm saying. I want this amount of time put back on the clock.
Well, I mean, do you want this time back so you can tell people about the Wilhelm scream?
Yes.
Why don't
What's your last message? What would you like to leave us with, Mom? Well, there is a scream I need to tell you about.
Why don't you just ask for it now? Because why does it have to be just before you die?
They always settle that stuff at the end. You can't do that every Friday.
It is a little bit better at the end. It's kind of like finding an extra fry in your bag.
For sure.
Oh, 4 minutes. I got 4 minutes to live. Extra 4 minutes.
I can't believe
what are we gonna do?
Do an article. Do an article. One article. Well,
we're gonna.
Felix is ready though.
Weird News is really funny. I love to see you guys improv though. That's hilarious.
So we don't have a decision. Is that the thing, Juwan? That's your one job.
I was saying one article if you want to do, but then the field agent thing popped up. Our guys ready?
So you want to do one article and then play lines? Is that true?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. All right. So coming up coming up to the screen is our field agent, and it is a. I got to look here. All right, just bring him to the screen.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. What are you laughing at, John? I don't know why you're doing that. That's not right. Anyway, I'm here to talk about some Western issues that we're talking about. You ever notice all these things about the Western things? Here's something that just buckles my britches. You ever notice John Wayne calls people pilgrim when they're not really pilgrims? Why is that? He doesn't need to do that. That's just putting another identity on somebody. And we don't do that in this day and age. Shame on you, John Wayne. And here's another thing about the Mayflower. Why is it called the Mayflower? What about all the other months and their flowers? Why isn't there a chrysanthemum that the pilgrims came over? Why is that? Anyway, you know what else really chafes my chaps? Why is it called the Wild West? If you ever look, it's just people sitting around in saloons just playing cards and drinking all day. That's not wild. That's just called quarantine. Why is that? And here's something else that spurs my saddlebags. You know that song that goes, I got spurs that jingle, jangle, jingle? Why is that? They don't really say that. They don't make that noise. I guess it makes it better than having a song that says, I get spurs that go. I guess that's just my opinion. I could be wrong. And here's something else that lassos my longhorns. Why is it that the bad guy always wears a black hat? Doesn't anyone else own a black hat? There's only one black hat in the Western. Are people going to be confused if they see him? He's murdered half the town. Do you need a black hat to go, oh, he's a bad guy? Why is that, people? And here's something else that just prickles my pack horse. Why is it that he always ties a woman up and puts her on a train track? Why doesn't he just shoot her like the other people? Apparently shooting her is too rough of a death. So let's tie her up and put her in front of a train. Because that's so much kinder. And here's one last thing. Why doesn't she just roll out of the way? Why is that? Her arms are tied, her feet are tied, but she can still roll 3 feet. And you know, here's the last thing that really skedaddles my stirrups. Why is my name Western Rooney? That just sounds like something you order for breakfast at Denny's. And we all know it's just an omelet with peppers in it. Until next time, I'm Western Rooney. Have a good night.
All right. Western Rooney, everybody.
Asking the questions that nobody wanted to know.
That's
the
right.
answers.
Asking the questions that no one else dares. He looked a little more like a pirate last time he was on. Changed his look. I'm curious about you just missed it, Brian.
Dude, every time. I always miss the good stuff. Was he good? Does he?
Well, I think he would have remembered to change the background, but yeah, he's great.
John Wayne and that other guy is confused.
What are you talking about?
You ever notice that Anita seeing things? Why is that? I think she's putting a little too much funny stuff in her sweet tea. Why doesn't she give out her real recipe to the peach cobbler?
Never.
Because she's Southern. Yeah, I like I like the curly gray Western hairdo.
I couldn't find a hat. I was trying to find a hat, and I just
it was like the mom on what's the show?
Mama's Family.
Mama's Family. Yeah,
that's it.
Vicki Lawrence.
Yeah, Vicki Lawrence and.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, we got one weird news thing that we're going to do. So let's. Can you pull up the? I don't know. Just do the first one. Producer, that's the one. Just put that up, and you guys have got to try to figure out what the story is.
Dog votes for Biden. Definitely patriotic.
COVID grandmother knits hats for dogs without nuts.
Dog without what?
Nuts. Neutered. Newt. No
right.
newt.
Right. That's what I thought you said.
What do you want from me? I have a
Something else. Actually, that is the mayor of Rabbit Hash, Kentucky.
Ooh, who got that?
Yep, dog mayor.
Did you guys see that before?
How did you know that?
Were they guessing, or had you seen that show? That's the article. That's all I want to know.
Did you see the article? Yeah. So that's Wilbur Beast, a French bulldog, won the race with. Anybody want to guess how many votes the dog got? Rachel probably knows.
300.
No, 13,000.
Good Lord.
Wow.
According to the Rabbit Hash Historical Society, that was the highest winning total ever for that position.
Wow.
People really like pugs. The Irish setter only got like 6,000 votes.
Well, it's interesting. That makes a lot of sense because Kentucky, they keep reelecting McConnell, and he looks like a turtle. So they just like their elected officials to look like animals.
He's not the first canine in chief for Rabbit Hash. The Ohio River community of just a few hundred people has been electing dogs as its mayors for fundraisers since the 1990s. Wow. So there's a few hundred people that gave out 13,000 votes.
Wow.
Here's a question. Do we know when they legalized marijuana in Ohio? Was it the 90s?
Spokesperson told the news organization that they thank both the local supporters and others from around the world who gave him the vote of confidence. So it's a global election for the mayor. More than 22,000 votes were cast, and
was there Russian interference? Was there Russian? It's global.
Yes, there was a Russian bear.
Clearly that dog needs some confidence. Look at the way it's dressed right now. So it definitely needed some confidence.
He's in a
he looks like he's about to change some things in that town.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Very determined.
I'm sure he will. The lowest number of votes was 30, and that went to Smokey the Rooster.
Oh,
so
Smokey.
It was a landslide for the pug. Beat out the rooster.
His platform wasn't as appealing as the pug's.
Well, which is good. But at least they weren't crazy. You know, if they'd elected that rooster, then we'd have to wonder about the people of Rabbit Hash. But,
wow.
Goodness.
Glad you guys hung in there.
All right.
Rabbit Hash.
All right. Into the final stretch here. We're going to do a game called Lines. And how this works is we need an overly specific location, Juan.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we need an overly specific location to start with.
Oh, you want me to do it?
Yeah, you come up with this location, and then we need a problem to solve, and that's what we're going to ask the audience for, a problem to solve in our overly specific location.
Hardee's in a gas station.
A Hardee's in a gas station.
Yeah, so you go in a gas station. Yeah.
Okay.
For those on the West Coast, that's a Carl's Jr.
Carl's Jr.
Right. Yes.
Yep. So all those West Coast viewers we got.
Bundled inside a gas station, which makes sense in the South.
Is that only us? Okay, sometimes y'all, they put the restaurants in the gas station, and you can't just walk into the restaurant. You got to go through the front of the gas station, make a right. That's where they have like chicken wings and sub sandwiches and stuff like that. You got to go past the divinity logs.
All right, and so we need a we need a problem to solve. We've got figuring out who ate all the pickles. Is that what we're doing, or broken chickens? All right. So we've got figuring out who ate all the pickles in a Hardee's in a gas station, and then the final thing we need is one word that the solution must contain. And so we're going to have the producer come up with that. So you can just start throwing the words up, and we will
depending on the chat. You got to put it in the chat. We need you now, right. Chat people.
Chat people. So it's in a gas station. It's a Hardee's in a gas station, and the problem that we have to solve is figuring out who ate all of the pickles, and the solution must contain the word. I'm looking at some of these words, and dump cake.
Yeah, I mean, it really is only fair.
Finally, dump cake is part of the solution instead of part of the problem. So, all right, how we're going to do this is we will take, let's see, we'll take our, we'll start with Brian and me. So the other three will go out. And what you're going to do is when you have an idea for how you can come into this scene and contribute, then just make a little high sign because the producer can see you, and then she will bring you in. All right. So Brian and I are going to start this scene. All right, sweetie, I'm just going to go ahead and fill up with some gas. Why don't you run in to the Hardee's there and see if they will just sell you a bunch of pickles.
Okay.
Because we're totally out, and I'm not sure exactly what happened to them. Oh, by the way, we save the scene there for a second. You guys are supposed to add dialogue. I forgot to mention that. You guys are supposed to add dialogue so that when they pop up, leave quotes and phrases in the comment section, and then when those phrases pop up, we have to insert those into the dialogue. All right, so why don't you run in, and I'm going to fill the tank up with gas, and I will be in right after you.
Okay, sure. Oh, look at all the things we have here at the Hardee's.
Well, hey, welcome to the Sitco / Taco Bell / Hardee's. How can I be of assistance?
I would like a hamburger, and I would love extra pickles, please.
Okay, well, hamburgers are over to your right, and well, somebody has eaten all the pickles. Look at the empty jars.
Well, below me down. Who would dare eat all the pickles in a place like this?
I mean, we're not on a pirate ship, but I mean, we do have some people on staff. I'm going to go get my workers. I'll just ground them all up, and we need to interrogate each one of them one by one. In fact, at this store, what we say is these clouds sure look like they're made out of toilet paper, because it is about to rain. It is raining injustice in this Sitco.
That's right. And if I don't get justice, I'm going to demand to speak to your manager.
Well, I mean, that's me for now until, somebody else shows up. But is anybody here can come up here and tell me we got any of the workers? Yeah.
I think I might have witnessed actually someone taking more pickles than they were supposed to have.
Well, Cindy, I mean, yonder I see the bread and butter.
Well, that doesn't matter. There are bread and butter pickles, but these were definitely dill.
But
I saw a pregnant lady come up and try to distract the hamburger worker while she reached in. Well, stay away from Southern kitchens. That's all I can say. Sweet.
Well, I agree with you there. This lady here, she wants to. We got 12 empty jars. 12 of them.
Never underestimate a pregnant lady.
I filled up the gas tank, and I'm not sure where to pay. Do I pay here at the Hardee's? Because I asked the guy, the vagrant standing around out there, and he said, make it rain up in here.
Right.
Don't even worry about paying. We have far bigger problems. We have much bigger problems. There are 12 barrels of pickles missing.
Yeah, that's John Bob Williams. He's weird, but
why is no one calling the police? This lady was barefoot and pregnant. She's certainly Southern.
Hey, man.
Yeah.
I'm sorry I'm late, but I pulled my pickle truck out back, and some pregnant lady just knocked me over the head with a rifle. I don't know what to do about that. I know I'm supposed to deliver 12 buckets of pickles, and I ain't got a pickle left. She took off with every one of them.
She drove off in the truck?
Yes, she did. I'm really sorry about that. Man, my head's hurting.
All right, this looks like a job for Adam West's Batman, because there is no other Batman that could solve this case. I mean, Michael Keaton wouldn't be able to do it. Val Kilmer surely wouldn't be able to do it. Adam West is going to.
Everybody stay calm. I'm here, old chum. I'm doing my. It's me, Adam West.
Oh, Adam West, Batman. That's so good to see you. Can you describe, sir, pickle truck driver? Can you describe for me this pregnant lady? I mean, obviously, round stomach, but we need more features. Batman needs to know this. He's a super detective.
She had a yellow ribbon in her hair. And she had a boy.
Was her hair wet or dry?
It was wet, soaking wet.
Oh, she is not right.
She was not right.
Yes, Batman. We meet again. I see that you don't have your pickles. I see you
Bane.
my newest accomplice. Pickle thief woman.
It's Pickle Face Woman. I heard about her.
My gosh, Bane, this is part of your villainous plan to take over the Citgo.
Yes.
We've been fighting you off for years.
Are you saying she wasn't actually pregnant? That was just a ruse?
That was, she just stuffed a turkey under there. That's what we do. We kind of sneak it in with the turkey and the watermelons, and we have a whole meal. It's wonderful. You should try it sometime.
Man, that's really smart, actually.
Well, what am I supposed to tell my boss? I got 12 buckets of pickles that I'm supposed to deliver. Who's going to sign off on this?
I wonder, I know what you can tell them, and this might help you. You can tell them something. You could tell them a word, and you could say, maybe it was a westerly wind. You know how nasty those things are, especially out here. It's just blowing right over.
That'll do it. That'll do it. I appreciate that.
Well, I'm sensing now that I recognize that Bane has come in to the picture. I'm thinking, old chum, that I think I've solved it. I think we can call Commissioner Gordon and let him know.
Well, you got your red phone on you?
I do.
What would you?
So let me call. Hey, Commissioner Gordon, it's me, Adam West. I mean, Batman. Yep, I'm on the scene. And yep, let me give you a summary. I guess I can summarize by saying she was listening to Snape on her car radio.
That's right. He's got a new K-pop album out. I heard it. I'm just listening into you guys. I'm sorry. I was just monitoring that. But they call with you. So what are we going to Batman? How are we going to apprehend the pickle thief lady and Bane, who happens to be just standing here?
I'll tell you how we're going to do it. She's pregnant, which means that she is perpetually hungry. She's already eaten all of the pickles in the county, but those won't last long. The thing about eating pickles is an hour later you want to eat again. So what I suggest we do is we get a large box and we put it up and we put a stick underneath it and we tie a string to that stick. And all we're going to need is some sort of bait to lure her under the box. Anybody got an idea of what we might put under that box to lure the pregnant lady?
I have a church lady's cookbook with a great recipe for a dump cake.
Perfect. Perfect.
And scene. Okay. We landed that plane.
Well done. Well done.
It wasn't without several passes.
Yeah. Great job, you guys. Great job. That's our show tonight. We are super happy that you visited us and spent the evening with us. If you are not a subscriber yet, you need to go to johnbrandy.com for my snappy wrap-up. johnbrandy.com, become a subscriber because it helps us keep shows like this and maybe even better shows in the future. It's possible.
Anything can happen.
Anything could happen. But become a subscriber. Tell your friends. If you are not, is it still AnitaRenfroe.com to get to Anita's stuff?
I think so. It's COVID. Who knows? Probably.
It's Anita Renfroe COVID. Who knows?
Website virus.
I'm saying like just any social media. It doesn't matter. We don't check them, so it doesn't matter where you
You can be in. There are many places you can be ignored by Anita Renfroe during this program. Juan DeVivo.
I'm busy chasing wild boars with my rifle that's in my bedroom.
Casting Crowns. Juan DeVivo is still on the road, so you should check them out.
One of the few. Oh,
we are.
Thank God somebody's on the road.
Yeah, we're outside. We're going to do actually a show in Nashville, 2 shows in Nashville at the Ryman. And then we're going to be at the Ark Encounter doing a show there if you guys are near Kentucky or Cincinnati or something like that. Oh, yeah. It's going to be fun.
Great.
Also,
so how does the dog mayor?
If you, I'll be back at the Rabbit Patch, Ohio. But if you own JuanDeVivo.com, let me know. We'll get it. I don't own that yet.
I got $5 with your name on it. And then ComedyBrian.com. If you would like to check out Brian April, stop in and congratulate him on his upcoming surgery and say a little prayer for him. We're super excited that he is going to be going to get that paralysis taken care of. Stay with us. John Thomas Oakes, how do we find you?
I'm here in Knoxville.
Just come on by.
Right here at my desk.
Drop by the Hardee's in the sit-go. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah, I'll be driving
some
pickle
beach
truck all
cobbler.
around town this week. Yeah.
Little dump cakes, pickles, be awesome.
Yeah, John Thomas Oakes has got much music. And how do they find your music, you wise guy?
All the places, iTunes, Amazon, anything like that.
Okay. John Thomas Oakes, check him out, download some music. You'll love it. I am John, and we thank you again for joining us, and we'll see you next week. Starving Comics Quarantine Show, SCQS as we like to call it, right here, 7 o'clock. Bye.